is time for Community Corner.
Mm-hmm.
We are so blessed today to be joined by Alexandra Sanchez and Okelani Desiree Young. They are part of Kamoke Publishing.
Love it.
And Alexandra, you are the author and founder.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about Kamoke Publishing and how it came to be?
Okay, well, first, Kamoke Publishing is named after my two daughters, Kamea and Okelani, Kamoke. And just want to say, we wish Kamea could be here, but she's at school. So she loves school, and she didn't want to miss school. So
That's nice.
shout out to Kamea. So basically, I've always been a bookworm. I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and the Los Griegos Library was one of my favorite places to go. I'd ride my bike, rollerblade, or back in the day we were able to do all that.
Yeah.
But so my love for reading ended up, being a bonding thing for Okelani and me, because Okelani spent the first 2 months and 10 days of her life in the NICU.
Wow.
So it was one I didn't get to take her home at all till then. So I was worried about us spending time together and bonding. So I was at the NICU every single day, and that's what would be that was our thing, is I'd read to her. So, that's how everything started. I'm not really surprised that I ended up being an author, because I've always loved books. And then, we went to libraries a lot, bookstores, and basically this started because I didn't see any books with characters, disabled characters. Okelani she has cerebral palsy. She is, she doesn't get, she uses her wheelchair. I guess you would say wheelchair bound. It's not the best word, but that's just what, we have, that's what I've always said. So I have it in quotes in my new book, because it's there is a difference between some people can get out of their wheelchair. She can't. Right. So she is, she's, her CP is pretty severe, on the severe side, so she requires a full-time care and everything like that. So so basically I wanted to give her some representation and other kids that use wheelchairs and have disabilities and special needs. Still now, for traditional publishing, you'll start to see now in scholastic characters in the background, but it's still, you don't see main characters. The only other books I still have that we have in our library are from other independent authors, other self-published authors. So I have met a community on Instagram of other authors, and it's other parents, therapists, just other people that can relate. But as far as traditional bookstores and publishing, you just don't see it. Yeah. Especially a main character. Yeah. So
Okelani is the main character
yes.
in your books. And what I love is that, you don't see it, so you made it. And can you talk about what is why it's important to have representation of disabled people as main characters, like you say, in books?
Well, representation is just important regardless, and especially even just any kind of diversity isn't really in traditional publishing as it is. So the fact that, she is Hispanic, Black, and disabled, it's all represented into one. It's awesome. It's not seen a lot. So that's one reason I decided to self-publish, because once you go through publishing, you kind of let go, that creative process, and, this is too personal. I had to, that's what inspired me to self-publish. But, everybody wants to see themselves in books and in media and anything. So that was important. But the other main thing to me was encouraging inclusion for, kids just to say hi, kind of normalize it. If you, start young with the kids, it'd be that's she's like Okelani and from Okelani's Enchanted wheelchair. I'm just trying to normalize it and, encourage inclusion and start friendships. And, I've noticed, she's 15 now, so I've gone through this a long time. And I've seen that a lot of kids and their parents, they just don't talk about it. And it's just something that's not talked about. like, oh, don't stare, don't do this, but they're just curious. And so this is my way of also starting some conversations between parents and kids, but in a fun way because it's a fairy tale. So Okelani's Enchanted Wheelchair is pretty, self-explanatory. It's Enchanted Wheelchair because it's magic. The first book is called Okelani's Enchanted Wheelchair Spacebound, and that tells the story of how she wishes on a star, and basically her wheelchair is magic now, and she could do whatever she wants because we face a lot of accessibility issues as well. So I have that word in there, accessibility. She has her trach, her G-tube, all that stuff at the end. She also has like a little bio, but I just want kids to ask questions, and I've actually got some feedback, and parents say that's exactly what they did. They had a good conversations about trachs, accessibility, just disabilities, wheelchairs. So, that was my way of making the world a little bit more inclusive, a little bit more accessible, because it's really not, and it's kind of sad, but it's just not like that, and it should be, but it's not. So, like I said, this is my new book is Under the Sea, so that was really fun. She turns her wheelchair into a submarine and goes under the sea and has an adventure with the mermaid and a dolphin, and it's just like, it's really fun, but also, like I said, kids are just curious, so if anything, I hope they just learn to just say hi,
right.
and she's just a kid like everybody else. No, she's a teenager, but she's still a kid.
If you're just joining us, Alexandra Sanchez is the author of the Okelani's Enchanted Wheelchair book series. And the color, I noticed the pink that's on the book, and you have on pink
Yellow
today.
and pink.
Yeah, that's what's the purpose of that? Is that just her favorite color, your favorite color?
Yeah, it's her favorite color. It's one of mine too. But see, her wheelchair is hot pink.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, that's why if you notice, the submarine is pink.
Yeah.
And in the other one, the rocket ship's pink. So it's just, because her wheelchair transforms and it just stays pink.
Oh, that's
so,
awesome.
yeah.
I love that. Now, where is the access to this, the book series? And what are you hoping to do? Are you hoping to expand it? Is it in schools, in libraries? Where can they find it? Or what are you trying to, accomplish it? Is there somewhere else that you need it to go or be that it isn't?
Libraries and schools would be great.
Okay.
It's a challenge with self-published books, but it's not impossible. So,
Sure.
I just want to get it into as many kids' hands as possible. I have 2 books now. I'm trying to have, definitely more. I see a series or movies in the future. That's
For sure.
That's one of my main goals. Because once you get in there, that's really like getting kids, like making it a household name. And like I said, I just want to normalize disabilities because, there's a lot of people with disabilities, and it shouldn't be such a weird topic to talk about. They shouldn't feel excluded or, so different.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I have them on my website, which is kamokepublishing.com. And that's Kamoke.
Okay.
Publishing.com. It's also on like other book retailers like Amazon, Walmart, and all that. But
That's great.
But I also have it on my website, which is I prefer to sell it from my website. But I know a lot of people like to shop on Amazon, so it's there.
Yeah.
And you're like everywhere because we met you at a community event.
That's right.
You were tabling, and you do a lot of those pop-ups too, right?
I do. I've been in Denver 3 years now, and I've been on the grind with my kids in the sun, and I feel like it's awesome to be here and kind of feel like it's paying off a little bit.
Absolutely.
Because I know the kids don't always enjoy it, but you got to do what you got to do. Get this
Right.
book out. So.
What's the reward for you, when you're out, when you're tabling and you're at community events and parents come up to you and say, thank you for this? What does that feel like? And is that ultimately the goal, right?
It is. It's awesome. So one of the best moments I had is when I read my first book to Kamea's 2nd grade class. So she's in 5th grade now. So we got here, she was in 2nd grade. And I run late a lot because she's in diapers. She has a lot of care, and so, like stuff like that you can't really plan for. So if she pees out the door, she could pee on her clothes, everything, and I have to change her diaper, her outfit, everything, and it's so I was having one of those days where I was running late, and Kamea had took the book for show and tell, so that's why the teacher invited me to come read to the kids, and we were unloading, and they were all outside because it was still we couldn't come in the building yet. It was 2021, so it was still like those COVID stuff going on, and we did it outside, and they were all waiting for us, and we started walking into the group, and they're like chanting, Okelani, Okelani.
Oh.
So, yeah, moments like that for me is everything. Like, it just is exactly what I did this book series
That's
for.
what it's for.
So, we did that, and I gave everyone stickers, and so all week I was seeing like them with Okelani on their shirt, Okelani on their backpack.
Oh, cool.
They asked lots of questions. It was just, the feedback I get is exactly what I wanted. So, it feels really good. It feels like I am definitely living in my purpose. I feel like, I'm not making the most money off of it right now, but I feel like that will come, like the fact I have so much passion for this, and I feel fulfilled anytime I hear a story of, we had a great conversation about this, about disabilities, about trachs. Yeah, so that's exactly what I did it for, and it feels amazing.
It's beautiful.
Living your purpose. We love that. Okay, so one more time, I need you to tell them about the website. If they want to get the books, Okelani's Enchanted Wheelchair Under the Sea and Spacebound. Give them all the details. Where can they find these books and go to the website and all of that?
Kamoke Publishing, and that's Kamoke Publishing.com. And like I said, also, if you want it, it's on Amazon. I have 2 books and a Spacebound coloring book. So the Under the Sea coloring book will be soon.
Nice. So you're working on some new stuff.
I love it.
The kids really like the coloring books, like lately.
Yeah.
When at the events
Adults
and stuff.
too. I would color more than my son.
And it's cool because it's the actual book, so it has the whole story. You could color it in.
That's so cool.
It's a pleasure to meet you and your beautiful
very nice
daughter.
to
Thank
meet
you
you.
so much for being here. And
Thank you.
You said something great. You're living your purpose. You're living in your purpose.
Yes.
That's a beautiful
I just
thing.
wanna
A lot of people not
make
doing
a
that.
difference with the kids, like a lot of, adults, they're stuck in their ways. We have issues with, people using handicap spots. That's one of my main things. Like, I don't use her handicap placard if I'm not with her. I just don't. I don't need it. We need it for, reasons that I shouldn't have to explain.
Right.
Having
Sure.
the like that side area where I'm unloading her, and I have to take down the ramp, and I have to put her somewhere. Like, I don't want her to just be in the street. Like, things that I shouldn't have to explain why we need a handicap spot, but that's why we need it. And so I've had to learn to just, like, try not to get bothered about that stuff, let it go. And anytime I get frustrated with how the world is so inaccessible and just mean and cold, and anytime I get frustrated, I just think about my books, and it makes me feel better because it's like, that's the future, right? The kids. So if I could get to them, then that's me making a difference in a small way.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. Godspeed.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Community Corner again. Alexandra Sanchez, author of the Okelani's Enchanted Wheelchair book series. We appreciate you coming to Community Corner.
Thank you for having me.